So we're going to break down 3 things that are super simple. Get this done in the first 5-10 minutes of your session. You're going to be onto a winner. Now, first up, when you get different players come in at different times, we really want to try and keep every one of them active and having fun. So as soon as the first player arrives, give them a ball and let them play. As soon as the second player comes, let them play, give them the ball, off they go. Give them a station, give them a thing to do. But when you get that third player, you can probably start making it a bit more interactive. You could start with 2 players passing the ball to each other, but it's a little bit boring, right? So I would say the first couple of players, let them have a ball in a little section, do their thing. You'll have it structured in a corner. You might have a few cones, a few gates to go in and out of. And then when a third player comes in, that's when you essentially start small-sided stuff. So straight away, it's a 2v1. Okay, so get them doing a 2v1. As soon as another player comes in, do a 3v1. As soon as another player comes in, are they really good? Can they do 3v2? Probably not. Go 4v1. And then I'd go into 4v2. And then I'd leave that 4v2. And then the next half of the session that comes in, you're going to build them up to do another 4v2. Let's base this session on 12 people, right? They are all starting playing football in a game-related scenario. That's your arrival. Why is it? Why do we feel like it's necessary to get the kids in, chat to them, bore them in the freezing cold of winter? I know I've chatted too much. Go and run and do a lap. No, don't do a lap. Get them moving from the start. Don't talk. Give them a ball. Let them play small-sided games. So now that we're playing small-sided games from the get-go, everyone's moving with a ball, playing a small-sided, game-related, a bit of football. They are running. They are moving. You can dictate the size of how much they run based on where you place your cones. Okay, so if you feel like there's a little bit more running to do, make your space a little bit bigger. If you want it to be more short, sharp, but still intense, make it smaller, but give it a little guideline on the speed of play. When your players filter in, it's so key to get them moving about, especially in winter. Well, get them moving about with a ball, technically getting better. Dependent on how old they are, you know, I said at the start, maybe you have the first couple doing individual stuff. Maybe you do that for all of them at the very beginning for the first few minutes. If they're younger, you know, because teamwork is technically more difficult for someone who's younger than older. So if you've got a younger group, a real young group or inexperienced group, let them have a station, have an area where they can manipulate the ball themselves. Now, maybe it's a carousel type environment. And what I mean by that is maybe to simplify it, when the player comes in, the first couple of players, you're really clear that here's where you start. You're going to go through the cones, then you're going to go through the gate, then you're going to come back down the channel, and then you're going to do this. They might finish with a simple sort of goal to score in unopposed, and then they get the ball and they go again. This is just a simple carousel type game, very straightforward. Any age group can pretty much do it with a little bit of show, a little bit of explanation. And the people that come by, that filter into the session, they just see and copy. They just see and copy. Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. They're going around. It's not like you have to explain it 12 times or 14 times, whatever the size group is. But if you've got a slightly older group, you could still do that. But really what we want to try and do is a little bit more sort of small-sided technical, which I go back to getting 2v1s, 3v1s, 4v1s, go 4v2s, 5v2s, 6v3s, and then you can do this for the first 5-10 minutes and you've got them going. And then once, even in the half winter, even with -6 degrees, whatever it is right now here, once they've had a little warm up, they need a breather. When they're getting a drink, have a chat with them for a minute. You know, they've just had like this intense arrival. They've had fun. We're not being super strict. They're chatting to their mates as well and stuff, but you're asking certain questions and they're delivering, but they're keeping warm. They're getting technical stuff done. And then on that break, chat to them. Chat to them about the things that you shouldn't chat to them about as soon as they arrive that will bore them. All right. So get their focus. They're getting a drink. Right, guys, when you get in a drink, 60 seconds of your time, let's run through it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to maybe talk about the game on match day that was, for 20, 30 seconds. This was really great, but we need to pick up these 2 or 3 things. That's what we're going to do in today's session. So This is where we're going now. And you're just signposting really quickly what we want to deliver. And it's that simple, but you've got to stop thinking that running around a pitch does anything for anyone. I still see it. And I'm like, why are these kids running around a pitch? Why are they not with a ball running around? Now, I get kids running. We should absolutely get them running. But first thing, running around pitches. Honestly, no. Lines, no. Laps, no. What we want to do is let the kids play, arrive with a little bit of intensity, a little bit of direction, and just let them have fun at the beginning, right? Adapt to the environment that you're in.